I have recently asked you guys if there were any particularly challenging situations that you were facing that you could use my help in reprogramming or shifting your perspective. And one of you guys has shared this particular situation, and that is the exact one that we are going to discuss in today's video. Hi, this is Danya Ashokan, your mindset coach, and today we are going to look at how we can overcome our fear of losing people. So let's get started. So the exact challenge that one of you were facing is that as you started trying to overcome your people pleasing behaviors, you started observing that you were losing people because they started leaving when you started saying no. And now you're feeling a bit low about all of these relationships that you're beginning to lose right now. But in today's video, that's what we are going to shift our perspective about. So whenever we start working on ourselves and making some change in our life, we see two major kinds of responses in the world outside. There are a group of people who start supporting us in our new journey, and there are a few people who would no longer want to continue with us in the journey that we are moving forward with. And now we have a choice. We have the choice to either let them go or to continue acting in the same way that you used to act previously just to retain these relationships. And in this video, we are going to look at a few reminders that can help you remember why it is okay for you to let go of people who want to leave. So let's get started. The first reminder that can help you overcome your fear of letting go of people is that whatever that is meant for you will not pass you by. This also means that whatever that is not meant for you, no matter how hard you try to hold on to it, it'll always fly away. But whatever that is meant for you, no matter how freely we let it fly, it'll always find its way back towards us. So, give people the power to choose what they want to keep in their life. If they want to stay with you, they will find their way back to you. But if they don't want to do that, they may just fly away. We can just choose to let them fly away, and if your paths are meant to cross again in the future, it will. Because remember, we don't like everyone that we meet in our life, right? Similarly, they are also allowed not to like everyone that they meet in our life. They are allowed to choose the people that they want to interact with, just as how we are allowed to choose the people that we want to interact with. And it's not even so much about whether they are right or you are right. It's all about alignment. If they are the right people for you in this particular phase in your journey, they'll continue to be in your life. But if they are not, then you may just part your ways, and probably in the future, if your paths align together again, then you'll meet again. And if not, it's allowed to be very different life journeys for both of you. We are all allowed to decide what we want to create in a life and what paths we want to choose for each of us. So it's okay for all of us to honor our own individual paths and the paths that others choose for themselves. And we are all allowed to add value to this world in our own unique ways, be it together or seemingly separate. Because ultimately we are all connected through the same divine source. And one more thing I want to remind you over here is that whenever we let go of a particular relationship from our life, it creates a vacuum. And this vacuum now allows formation of newer relationships. It could be a newer relationship with yourself, more time, more energy that you get to spend with yourself. It could be a newer relationship with your inner divine, with your higher self and with God. It could be more time, energy that you can now find for your spiritual journey. Or it could also be a new relationship in the outside world, which is again reflected by all the work that you're doing internally, which brings in newer people into a reality that are now more aligned for the path that we are on, that are more aligned for the journey that we are on. So allow that space to be there and see the beauty in that vacuum. See the beauty in that space that now allows for newer things to be added into your reality. And now one very common fear that we all have when we start saying no is that we fear that probably God wants us to say yes to all the opportunities that is coming in our life and that we are not allowed to say no. But we should always remember that God only loves us. God has only unconditional love for us. No matter what path we choose to take, God will always support us in our journey. So we are allowed to make the choices for ourselves, make the choices for us that is right for us based on the information that we have at that particular point and move forward. We might make mistakes and we might also have to face the consequences. But remember that we chose to take this decision for a reason based on the information that we have for now. In order for us to understand this particular situation better, let's try to look at it along with an example. Imagine there are two people. There is person A and there is person B. Both of these people are asked for help in a particular situation. But there is a difference in the way that each of these people respond to that particular request for help. And that is what we are going to look into now. Person A immediately says yes to do all the things that he is asked to do. He does all of those things believing that he'll be rewarded in some time in the future. So he feels that if I make these sacrifices right now, I'll be rewarded in some time in the future. So I'll just go ahead and do all of these things that these people are asking me to do. And then there is person B. Person B always remembers to check within first and then align on what is the right approach for him or her in that particular situation. Before responding, he always takes a step back, look at the entire situation and evaluate ways in which he can add value or she can add value in that particular situation, and then find the right course ahead for the entire situation to progress. This person always checks within first and then see what they can offer in that particular situation and only then respond. Even person B understands that whatever they choose to decide right now will have future consequences, but person B also chooses to see the importance of the process, importance of having joy in the process, and then make a decision based on that. Now, as you might clearly see, person A is acting from a space of insecurity. They believe that only if they say yes to all of the things that they're being asked to provide for, only then they'll be rewarded. So till they are rewarded, they're postponing all of their joy and they're acting from a space of fear. And once they get rewarded, then the belief gets instilled in them that only if they act in that particular way will they get rewarded. On the other hand, person B is choosing to act from a space of security. Person B believes that he or she always has a choice. He or she has the choice to decide what they want to do in that particular situation, how they want to respond and how they want to add value. And because of the difference in the way in which this particular person is responding to that particular situation, they're able to build a really good relationship with themselves in that particular journey. They're able to trust themselves and build a much more confident relationship with themselves in that particular journey. And this helps them have more fun along the journey, feel energized and not drained, and also add more value to the situation as well. Now, each of us at every particular situation that we face in our life has this choice. We have the power to decide what are the opportunities we want to say yes to, what are the opportunities we want to avoid, and what are the opportunities we want to continue to engage in. And remember, whatever may be the outcome, that is just a bonus. We always just need to remember that we don't need to always say yes to everything. We have the power to choose and decide what is right for us and what are the opportunities that we want to say yes to and what are the opportunities that is okay for us to say no to. So be okay with knowing that we don't need to say yes to all the opportunities for us to be successful in our life. So we have the power to decide if we want to be more like person A or person B. And none of us are perfect. But as long as we are trying to be more like person B, more often than like trying to be person A, we will be fine. So allow ourselves to make mistakes in this journey of letting go of our people-pleasing tendencies. And one more thing I want you to realize is that people-pleasing is not a behavior that we need to be very proud about ourselves for. Because when we are saying that we are a people-pleaser, it also means that we are good manipulators. Let me explain. Why do people pleasers try to please other people? They try to please other people because they believe that if they act in a particular way, they'll get rewarded by someone else, or someone else will meet some particular needs of theirs that is not otherwise getting fulfilled. So in a way, this people pleaser is actually manipulating the other person so that they could get their needs met as well, right? So it's not a very sustainable approach, nor is it something that one needs to be really proud about themselves anyways. So may this serve as a reminder to help us remember that people pleasing is not a behavior that is sustainable in any way, and it is not something that we need to encourage in any way, because it's not a favor that we are doing to anyone in that equation. Both the giver and the receivers are being manipulated. So it's okay for us to let go of these tendencies that are not serving anyone in the long term. And instead, what would be more sustainable is for us to focus on our own growth, focus entirely on our own development, our own growth, and then making sure that we are becoming a better person and serving the people we love from the space of strength, from the space of security and the space of love. So when we start overcoming our people-pleasing tendencies, it's possible that we'll start seeing that people are now leaving us and we are losing relationships from our life. But we also need to remember that there was a reason why we started on this journey. It's very important for us to get clear on our why and why we are choosing to continue on this journey. Because the old didn't work, and that is why we got started on this journey. So remind ourselves of all the reasons why we chose this particular journey and continue to walk along this particular journey. And it's very natural for us to feel sad when we start seeing that people are leaving us. But remember that doesn't mean that we have to go behind them and try to get them back into our life. We have to consciously choose to let them go. Don't hold any resentment towards them for not choosing to continue on this journey with us. Instead, forgive and count all of the beautiful memories that you have shared with them so far, and then with a lot of love and with a lot of joy, let them go. Let them fly, wish them well, and wish them all success and happiness only. And never hold on to any resentment or judgment towards them, because that is only going to deplete you. So say thanks to that beautiful journey that you shared with them so far and release them. And remember, it was never about trying to create a boundary in the relationship between the two of you. It was always about you trying to do what is right for you, prioritizing your own well-being and taking really good care of yourself. And in the process, if you had to let go of some relationships, let it be. But it was not about letting go of those relationships. It was only about you choosing yourself and you choosing to prioritize yourself, your relationship with the divine, your relationship with your higher self, and choosing the path that is right for you. People who want to stay can continue to stay, and if someone wants to leave, they can leave. Because it's their life and they have the right to decide what is right for them. But for us, the most relationship for each of us is the one that we'll share with our own selves, our higher self, and our God. All other relationships are really important, really valuable, but they are secondary. The most important relationship for each of us is the one that we'll share with our divine and our own God. And let the beautiful relationship that we share with our God, with the divine, with the universe, flourish all the other relationships in our life and bring in even more people that are perfectly aligned for us. So I really hope that today's video helps you in overcoming your fear of letting go of people and then focus on prioritizing the relationship that you're building with yourself and also letting go of our people pleasing tendencies. Remember, we are all allowed to be imperfect, we are all allowed to make mistakes, and as long as we are progressing to becoming a better version of ourselves, we are on the right track. So I hope you found today's video to be valuable. If you did, do not forget to hit the like button below and do let me know in the comment section what was your favorite takeaway from today's video. I look forward to hearing from each and every one of you. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Until next time, take care and bye.